Maybe only
First,
supposed
we
to
have to
take
get
care of
it.
it.
If somebody else wants to, they would rent it out and give us a stipend every time we get there. Supposedly, but if they don't give us a stipend, we don't lose it.
Every day, so. Doesn't suck. There's nothing too challenging.
I think this is, there appears to be. But I need to change that setback. Yeah, of course, at least, yeah. Huh? Yeah, when you come in.
Somebody doesn't want to sit and hi guys. All right, do we have any volunteers to light candles? Then we'll all jump up at once. You mind helping? All right, good for you. We've got a few volunteers with you.
Indeed.
It's
always worked before.
Rise, if you're able to.
Well, or
Well,
not.
the match is not working.
No.
We're gonna have to see what first.
Well, it did last time.
Come on, use your mom's hours. I Oh, yeah. Mom powers.
Combine mom powers with rabbi powers.
This one's rabbi power. Well, it could've been both.
And boy, there's nothing you can do.
All right.
Here we go. Ready? I'm gonna win. Asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu adonai shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat shalom. Good job. You got it pretty right doing it. All right, we're here, ladies and gentlemen, on a weekend. Steve's here, right? He's outside? Okay. I didn't see Daniel, right? Did I see Daniel? No. Okay, I can't remember if I saw him still outside. Well, we're on page 5 as we thank you for lighting candles, as we welcome in Shabbat on this holiday weekend, a long weekend for many people, I hope. Enjoying a long extra day on Monday, some travel time, no school, fun things like that, no Sunday school, woohoo! Unfortunately, funeral, but that's a different story. So, but we will begin on page 5 at the bottom. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Baruch hu ni l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Tzedchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech, malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. We turn to page 10. There you will find Yedid Nefesh, our hymn, that is a beautiful poem of the relationship, describes the relationship between us and God. Shabbat is a sign of that covenant, of that relationship, actually, in the Torah and in the Talmud, and it is a beautiful poem that comes from the Middle Ages. So, page 10. Yedid nefesh av harachaman mishoch avdach el ritzonach yarutz avdach kemo ayal yishtachaveh mul hadarach ki erav lo yedidutach minofet suf vechol ta'am yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 yada da 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 da. Second verse. Adonai ziv ha'olam nafshi cholat ahavatach ana elna rifana la beharot la noam zivach az tidchazek v'tidrapeh והייתה לך שפחת עולם. ידדי די די די, ידדי די די די, ידדי די 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 די, ידדי די די, ידדי די די די, ידדי די די די, ידדי די 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 די, ידדי די די, ידדי די די די, ידדי די די די, yada-dai dai 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 yada-dai dai dai yada-dai dai 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 yada-dai dai 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 yada-dai dai 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 dai. Page 11, you'll find the formal beginning of Kabbalat Shabbat with our series of psalms that in essence receive the Shabbat spirit, help us connect. And we begin, of course, with the 95th psalm, top of page 11. Lecho neranina, lecho neranina, lecho neranina, ladonai, lecho neranina, lecho neranina, lecho neranina, ladonai. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu, nekadma fana bitoda. Naria, naria, litzur yishenu, bizmirot naria lo. Lecho neranina, lecho neranina, lecho neranina, ladonai. Lecho neranina, lecho neranina, lecho neranina, ladonai. We turn over to page 14 by the arrow. The words from the 96th Psalm, Yismechu Hashamayim, the heavens and the earth rejoice, and in the celebration of Shabbat is the idea that even the earth, even nature takes a break. So page 14, we join together. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yihiram hayam, Yihiram hayam, Yihiram hayam, umilo, Yihiram hayam, Yihiram hayam, Yihiram hayam, umilo, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. If you'll kindly turn over to page 17, there you will find in English, we'll read the 98th Psalm together on the left side of the page, if you will join with me. A psalm, sing to Adonai a new song, for Adonai has wrought wonders. God's right hand and holy arm have brought deliverance. Adonai declared deliverance as nations looked on. God's righteousness was revealed. God dealt faithfully and kindly with the house of Israel. The very ends of the earth saw our God's saving power. Call out to Adonai all the earth. Next page. Break out in joyful singing. Sing to Adonai the music of the lyre. Lyre and voices making music together with horns and shofar cries. Trumpet the presence of sovereign Adonai. Let the sea and all that is in it roar. The earth and all who inhabit it thunder. Let rivers clap hands while mountains sing in harmony, greeting Adonai who comes to judge the earth, judging the world with justice and the nations with truth. Lifnei Adonai kiva kiva lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel b'tzedek v'yamim b'mei sharim. You'll kindly turn over to page 20 by the arrow. You'll find the words Romamu as we lift our spirits as we celebrate Shabbat together. 20 by the arrow. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu le'ahar kodsho. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. Page 21, you will find the 29th Psalm. If you're able to, I ask for you to rise as we join together, reminding ourselves of listening for Kol Adonai, the voice of God in the world around us. Page 21. Mizmor leDavid, havu l'Adonai, b'nei Elim, havu l'Adonai, kavod va'oz, havu l'Adonai, kevod shmo, ishtachavu l'Adonai, behadrat kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim, kol Adonai b'koach, kol Adonai behadar, kol Adonai shover arazim, vayishaber Adonai et arzei halavanon, vayarkidem kemo egel levanon v'siryon kimoven re'emim, kol Adonai chotzef lavotesh, kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, kol Adonai yecholel ayalot, vayechesov ye'arot, ubechalo kulo omer kavod, Adonai lamabu yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. You're welcome to be seated. Page 23, you'll find Lecha Dodi, our hymn welcoming in Shabbat as a bride or queen to our midst. We have been doing the first two verses on page 23, the middle verse on page 24, and the last two verses on page 25. And as you see from the note, as we get to page 25, I'll give you the signal and we will rise and do as the mystics do, which is to face the door and welcome in the bride or the spirit of Shabbat anyway. So page 23, please join with me. Lecha dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat lecha havela. Lecha dodi likrat kala p'nei Shabbat lecha havela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad. Hishmi'anu el hamyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechuven elcha, ki mekor haberacha, mehirosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshavat chila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nikabela. Middle of 24. Hitoreri. Kiva ore kumi ori uri shir daberi kevod Adonai Allah yichnigla lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. Middle of 25. Yaminu semol tifrotzi v'et Adonai ta'aritzi al yadish ben partzi v'nismecha ben nagila lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nikabela. We rise, Bohi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam besimcha u'betzahala, Toch emunei am segula, b'wichala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nikabela. You're welcome to be seated. Page 27, you'll find the Psalm for Shabbat. We join together at the top of the page. Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodod ladonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatcha balelot, alei asur v'alei navel, alei higayon bechinor, Mizmor shir leyom hashabbat, tov lehodod ladonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Kisimach tanya Adonai b'folach hamaseh decharem. By the arrow on page 28. Tzadikat amar yifrach, ke'erez balevanon yiskeh, shetulim bevet Adonai, Bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu Od Yenuvon Beseva Deshenim Verananim Yihu Lehagid Ki Yashar Adonai Tzuri Velo Avlatabo. Page 30, you will find Kadisha Tom, our mourner's Kaddish. Those reciting, you're welcome to rise and join with me. And as we have been again since October 7th, We've been designated this a Kaddish for in memory of those who lost their lives in the attacks on October 7th. So page 30. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah v'yalma divrach yirute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevarach leolam olamei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. You are welcome to be seated. All right, as I have been doing on Friday nights, I've been taking a poll. So the poll is story or serious Davar Torah? Story? Okay, we're going to get a little bit of both tonight. How's that? So in Parshat Re'eh, which is the parsha for today, we're going to talk about a very fun topic, but I'm going to give you a story first so that then we can jump off of it and you'll see where I'm going with it. Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel was at one time the leader of the highest court in the land of Israel. If you don't know his name, he's a good one to know. Shimon ben Gamliel. He was the head of the Sanhedrin, right? The Jewish court. And though known mostly for his very wise judgments, he was also a very great teacher. So his servant Tabai knew this very well, for on many occasions, a task or a question would come or an errand would turn into a lesson. So, he tells him to do something and it turns into a whole a lesson. He's a quintessential teacher, if you will. So once Rabban Shimon asked Tabai to buy him some good food at the market. So when Tabai reached the market, he looked from stall to stall and said to himself, perhaps I should get some sweet figs, or maybe I should buy some fresh fish, or maybe a jar of olives, or some newly baked bread. He finally settled on a piece of cow's tongue. I know it's not what we normally eat, but tongue, right? Something that the rabbi liked very much, but hadn't eaten in a long time. And he carried the tongue home. "What have you brought?" asked Rabbi Shimon. "Well, something very good indeed," answered Tabai, "some tongue." "Oh, thank you," said the rabbi. "Now, do me a favor, go and buy some bad food at the market." On his way to the market the second time, Tabai thought about Rabbi Shimon's strange request. He understood, go buy some good food, and he bought him something that he knew that he would enjoy. But why would the rabbi want him to go buy bad food? What was bad food? He didn't even know what bad food was supposed to be. Good food, he got. Bad food? I don't know. There must be a lesson in this, he thought to himself. And as he walked along the market stalls, Tabai passed by the fruits and the vegetables and the fish and the bread once again. Bad food, he kept repeating to himself. I must buy some bad food. Rotten dates, perhaps? A stale fish? What sense is there in that? Tabai mumbled as he walked, and his thoughts jumbled around in his head. And then he passed the butcher's stall, and guess what he saw? Cow's tongue. And just like the one that he had just bought before. So suddenly, Tabai's thoughts came clear in his head, and he smiled. Aha! So that is the lesson. Quickly, Tabai purchased another piece of tongue and brought it home. What have you brought? Asked the rabbi. Something bad indeed, answered Tabai. Some tongue. When I asked you to buy good food, you purchased cow's tongue, said Rabbi Shimon. And when I asked you to buy bad food, you also bought tongue. What's the meaning of this, Tabai? Well, good can come from tongue, but bad can also, said Tabai. When people use their tongue for study and prayer and for praises and for kind words, they use it for good reasons. But when people use their tongue for slander or unkind words, speaking unkindly, they use it for bad purposes. Isn't this so, Rabbi? Rabbi Shimon, of course, smiles at his servant, and he says, you have fulfilled my requests perfectly, Tabai. You have found something that can be both good and bad, depending on how we choose to use it. Fun story. Comes straight from the Midrash, from Midrash Rabbah Leviticus, Midrash Vayikra. And it is a lovely story. It's a very fun story. I love it when the servant or the teacher gets taught by the student, if you will. But in the parsha for this week of Parshat Re'eh, we study the very beginning, the very first verse actually has the words, Re'eh Anochi noten lifnechem hayom bracha uklala. If you were at the board meeting the other night, I shared the same verse. See, I set before you this day blessing and curse. And the text reminds us that we have the ability to choose for ourselves our lives the way that we want our lives to be. And if you think about what the word re'eh means, what does re'eh mean? It means see or look. And the rabbis of the Talmud teach us that blessing and curse, the good and the bad, is really a matter of perspective. Right? It's a matter of how we see it, a matter of how we look at it. As in the story, we have the ability to choose how to behave, how to react, how to help or hurt, how to say words that bring smiles or instead bring tears, how to face events in our lives with a healthy perspective or an unhealthy one, how to be positive or to see the positive even when we encounter the negative. So it's much the same way. Blessings and curses that the parsha refers to are not conditional. They're not external circumstances alone. Sometimes they certainly feel like that. But it's how our own inner receptivity for one or the other comes. And we can bring blessing into our lives on how we use our eyes, how we use our re'eh, our perspective, how we focus on the world, the attitude that we carry with us. We can move through the bad things because curses are going to happen to us. Bad things happen to us. Inevitably, that touches our lives. But if we allow ourselves to look for the elements of goodness, to look for the blessings, even amongst the curses, we know that we can move forward in life. So tonight, I hope that we can work as people, as individuals, certainly as a community, most certainly as a nation, and as a global community, to recognize the gift that we have to choose how we see the world, to choose our path forward. And I hope we can cherish the freedoms that we have to see those blessings that really are in front of us. Even through the darkness we might feel, they are there. And it's a matter of us looking and being open to looking for them. So keep that in mind as we go through this parsha. It's a fabulous parsha, and you don't even have to read the whole thing. That's even just a small taste of what the portion has to offer. And that's just the first verse, but it is a portion that has lots with us. We'll talk more tomorrow about a different idea, but keep that in mind as we go forward. I think, again, in this very difficult world, a sense of perspective is really very important to our lives, to our souls, and certainly to our communities and our families. So with that, little story and a little drash all together. Page 39a, you will find the beginning of the evening service as we rise and join together, welcoming in Shabbat formally and our new day of life. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach. Hamevorach leolam va'ed. Hamevorach. Hamevorach leolam va'ed. You're welcome to be seated. We're in the middle of 39a. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'ro. Umavir yom umehevi laila, umavdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo, El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Page 40, we join together. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, Amachavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, B'shachveinu u'v'kumeinu, Nasiach b'chukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, Uv'mitzvotecha, Le'olam v'hed. Ki heima chayenu v'orech yameinu, v'orech yameinu, Uvahem nege yomam v'layla, Yomam v'layla. V'ahavachal tasir mimenu yolamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael. Page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. Baruch Shem Gevurah Malchuto Le'olam. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, V'chol levavcha, u'v'chol nafshecha, u'v'chol me'odecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha, hayom alevavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, Uvlechtecha havaderech, uvshoch becha, uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, vehayu letotafot bein einecha, uchtaftam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. We join together in the English on 41. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all that is yours. These words that I command you this day shall be taken to heart. Teach them again and again to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your home, when you walk on your way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a symbol above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorposts of your home and on your gates. We continue over on page 44, Malchuto V'Ratzon, leading up to Michamocha, our words we sang as we crossed the Reed Sea into from slavery into freedom. We join together 44. Umalchuto V'Ratzon kiblu aleihem, Moshe u'Miriam u'vnei Yisrael lecha anu shira, V'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, Nohora tehilot, Osefele, Malchutecha ra'u vanecha, Bokei ayam lifnei Moshe, Ze'eli anu v'yamru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. Page 45, we join together in the English on the left side of the page, our prayer for shalom, our prayer for peace at the top of the page. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. By the arrow on the right side, Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu lechayim u'lishalom me'ata v'ad olam ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Page 46, we rise as we join together the singing of Vishamru, reminding us of the connection we have to God through the observance of Shabbat as a sign of that covenant we share. Page 46. 1, 2, 3. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat Ledorotam berito lam veshamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berito lam Beheni uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam oti le'olam Oti le'olam v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim Et haaretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash Shabbat vayinafash v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. We continue on page 46 with Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah V'yalma divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei V'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Bagala bagala uv'izman kariv v'yimeru amen Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach Le'olam lal me'almaya yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal Shemei dekudisha berichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Shush bechata v'nechemata Damiran be'alma v'imeru. Amen. You'll find the silent Amidah this evening, beginning on page 47 through pages 52. Feel free to add your own personal thoughts to the words on the page. When you're through, you're welcome to be seated. join together the bottom of page 52. Oseh shalom imramav, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru, amen. Page 54, you will find Kaddish Shalem. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrach yirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yamechon, uv'chayedecho be'Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'olam olol me'ol maya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudisha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran v'yama v'imeru. Amen. Titkabal tzloton avuton dechol Yisrael kadama v'hundi v'shemaya v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav uyaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yal kol yoshvei tevel v'imeru. Amen. If you'll kindly turn in your Siddur to page 173, you will find our Misha Berach for our Cholim, for those who are ill, those in need of healing, whether it be physical, emotional, spiritual, certainly healing of the world. That's who we keep those things in mind, and the following names in mind. And as always, if you have names to add after I read the list, you're welcome to add them. Tonight we keep in our thoughts Daniel Eliezer ben Svi, Shulamit bat Gittel, Yisraela bat Tzipora, Shulamit bat Binyamin Umalka. Dan Siegel, Danielle Rice, Gittel Glasser, Ari Sanders, Ariella Alfieri, Bill Bucks, Lynn Alexander, Marjorie Morstein, Diane Hickey, Barbara Feingold, Harriet Siegel, Lori Kahan Simon, Nadine Hyman, Ed Tansky, Irene Friedman, Gary Kramer, Arthur Stone, Victor Alfieri, Francis Haber, Michelle Stupak, Caitlin Weathers, Danielle Santini, Julia Bernanke, Teresa Timmons, Esther Rowe, Suzanne Gott, Joan Klepp, Estelle Rice, Hannah Lippman, Gary Hutcher, Deborah Haggerty, Susan Aller, Megan Contigno, Natalie Kogan, Kelly Fenish, Rob Richard, Candace Dobro, Zachary Phillips, Bernie Rowe, Danny Ashmore, Jenna Rickoff-Becker, Daniel Siegel, and any other names we add.
Mindy Candell, Andy Mines.
We keep all of them in our thoughts as we join together our prayer for healing 173. Misheberach avotenu Mekor habaracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu Mekor habaracha la'avoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Refuah shlema to all in need. We turn back in our Siddur to page 56. There you'll find Aleinu, if I could get some help for opening the ark, as we all join together and rise for Aleinu 56. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol latet gedula liotzer breshit shelo asanu kegoye haratzot velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu notei shamayim v'yoser haaretz umoshav yikaro b'shamayim mima'al ushchinatu zo begav hei meromim Hu Eloheinu Einod Emet Malkeinu Efesulato Kakatuv B'Torato V'yadata hayom V'hashevota Elevavecha Ki Adonai Hu HaElohim Ba Shamayim Mima'al V'yal haaretz v'itachat enod. Ki hamalchut shelcha hi olamei timloch bechavod.
Katu b'toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam.
V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz vayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad u'shemo echad. You may be seated. Thank you, gentlemen, all four of you, for helping out. We appreciate it. Good job. Excellent job. They're getting with it. I got it. As we turn to page 58, you'll find Mourner's Kaddish there. And as we prepare to recite Mourner's Kaddish for tonight, we remember those whose yortzites occur beginning today, beginning this evening, and continuing through the rest of the week. Semi Paul, Lisa Lewis, Sarah Lee Sunshine, David Scher, William Glickman, Mac Rosenthal, Jack Emerson, Elsie Nemero, Pauline Schinberg, Isidore Horowitz, Miriam Zaglin, Leonard Pink, Fanny Goldstein, Harry Orman, Samuel Gaffer, David Friedman, and Ida Dixon. All those reciting Kadisha Tome, Mourner's Kaddish, you'll find it again over on page 58, and certainly we keep in our thoughts Barbara Rabhan as well. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah v'yalma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam alomei omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yita dar, v'yita lev, v'yita lal, shemei dekudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May be seated. Guess who my Bima buddy is tonight? You know it's you, right? Would you like to do the announcements? Okay, good. David is one of our newer members on the board, and as the privilege of being a member of the board, you get to be a Bima buddy. What's better than being my Bima buddy? And you don't even have to get him on the Bima. I mean, how easy can we get it? Yeah, so you're just going to read. And that's it. All the way through the
First
birthdays.
admit the quality of the board has gone down.
I don't think so.
Friday night only.
Do that one first.
Oneg, Miriam and Evan Kutcher are sponsoring the Oneg tonight. And Saturday morning's Kiddush is Michael Cross and Cynthia Connor Cross. Friday night only. I'm not supposed to read that, are you?
No, not really, but that's okay.
Please join us tomorrow after Kiddush lunch, approximately 1 p.m., for a special study session in memory of Linda Ehrlich's mother, Phyllis Ehrlich. As we mark the end of Shalom Shim, the first 30 days of mourning, we will be looking at the topic of death and dying through the lens of classic poetry and Jewish sources. Sisterhood is in search of 25 card tables, 25 mahjong sets, and volunteers for mahjong tournament. I have no understanding of that at all.
If you have a set or a card table to donate,
Well, I understood
Next
that. It's
week.
mahjong. I don't understand.
Mahjong, then just do it. That's all you need to know.
Mahjong, yeah. Please contact Cheryl Gletch. Less than 2 weeks left prior for you to order your honey from the Heart. Sales close September 12th. If you don't use honey, please consider donating a bottle to the kitchen for Rosh Hashanah. No religious school this Sunday. Monday, September 2nd, the office will be closed for Labor Day. I always thought that was for women only. No turning points in the history of this Sunday. Well, there are turning points, but we're not going to talk about it on this Sunday.
We won't join us.
Yeah.
There are always turning points, right?
That's right. Sunday is intermediate Hebrew with Fred Leffer at 11:10. And I got to tell you, I've talked to people who participate there. There's 5 left. And that's not intermediate. It's really right into it. Way beyond my level. Tuesday Torah study class with Fred Leffer begins at 5:30 via Zoom. Anniversaries. Megan Chanel and Nelson Hughes. Birthdays. Liana Kramer. Yard size.
Oh, I got those.
You got that.
That's it. You did it.
That's it?
No, that's it. That's an old one.
Okay.
Put them together in case somebody asked me what was last week, then I have it. Should we do a Shechianu for you on your first time doing announcements? Shechianu v'kiyumanu v'higianu lasman hazeh mazel tov. Yes, ma'am. Yep. We've been running it. We've been mentioning it. We left it out tonight because we've been mentioning it and people forget about it by now. But yes, just don't forget, and it'll be in the bulletin, which you will get probably Wednesday most likely, and throughout the month. So we'll continue to remind people. We put it out way back a few weeks ago to remind people not to give blood so that they can give blood, in September, right? It's the, what did we say, 22nd, I think it is, right? 22nd, yes. So the 22nd is the blood drive, TOI and CBI blood drive here, as far as I remember. So keep that in mind. Again, David read about the study for tomorrow. It's a very nice custom to do some kind of study in memory of someone. And we're going to do that since Linda wasn't able to really observe Shiva here in particular when her mother passed away, again, about a month ago. And we're just hitting the 30 days. And she and I have been talking about, does poetry, is a beautiful, wonderful teacher, and had this idea long before, and we thought this would be a nice way to honor her mother's memory, who was also a social worker and teacher. So tomorrow, probably around 1 o'clock, maybe a few minutes before, if you don't want to come to the service and you just want to come study for 40 minutes, it'll be half an hour, 40 minutes at most. We'll just have a short discussion. We have some sources, some really classic poems. Little Emily Dickinson, John Donne. We've got a bunch of very fun ones. Not fun, it's a serious topic, but it's certainly interesting, and we'll look at it through the lens of Jewish context of how we see death and dying. So again, come for lunch if you can't come earlier, and we'll kind of come over to a table tomorrow at around close to 1 o'clock, quarter to 1, 10 to 1. So if you're here by quarter to 1, you'll be fine, and you can have a little what's left of lunch and join us for just that short study. And don't forget again, if you have a card table but no Mahjong set, I think they'll still take it. And vice versa. Final announcement, some of you already know, of course, and you got the announcement, but Estelle Lurie, one of our very long-time members, actually we figured out was the oldest member of our congregation. She just turned 98 back in March, and she passed away this morning very early, and we will have the funeral for Estelle at graveside in Beth Israel Cemetery on Sunday at 11 o'clock. So this Sunday at 11 o'clock, and if you can come help make a minyan, I know family would appreciate it very much, and I know we'll be seeing family. Mark, of course, grew up here as a youngster, so in the community, her son. So we will certainly hug them and give them the hugs of support they need during this difficult time. So with that, do you need any help, Erica, with anything, or do you need any help with meal of comfort? I should mention, or you're good. You're good. Okay. All right. We always, of course, try to provide a meal of comfort. So we thank Erica for making sure that's happening for the family. With that, and of course, Jeff, boy, the two of you together, making sure that everything with the cemetery is the way it needs to be too. So we thank both of you for helping out. With that, we're going to conclude and go into a little bit of Kiddush and Motzi in the back with some yummy treats. There's a lot of treats out there. Don't eat them all. They're for everyone else too. We conclude with a little bit of bim bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam bim bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat, Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Head in the back, have a little nosh, say hello. Thank you for being here on a holiday weekend, helping to make a minyan once again. We appreciate you, and please be careful for the crazy drivers out this weekend when you head home and when you drive around this weekend. know where we're meeting for class next week, but we'll go downstairs, there's enough, the room is enough for 8 people, 7 people, we'll go downstairs, set up a table or something, or use what's there. So here's where they put it.
Okay, that's where the old one was.
No, the old one was back here.
No, it wasn't.
No,
It
right
was,
here.
no, it was right here. See the glue?
Okay, but it was back, but
Yeah.
they stuck it right here. You know how awful that is? Kids will,
I
they
understand.
play all the time here.
Gotcha.
So I was gonna put it under here, right here. It's easy, because then no one
Yeah,
sees me.
on the upside.
Yeah.
That's
Put it
fine.
like this, and then
Yeah,
it's like this.
yeah.
Well, probably not here.
No,
Back
up
here.
in the,
Yeah, if you don't mind, that's what I'm gonna do.
up in the recess.
That's what I'm doing, because I am not, I can hear the police are coming. I told Joshua, because
Actually,
I knew he'll see it, I said, if you touch that, you will not see an iPad for a year, and I'm serious. He knew I
where
was,
they put this
he
one?
knew I meant it. Right here.
Oh.
Now, that's not so bad, because nobody's really touching there, you know?
Yeah, but you know
But I
what?
would move that one too.
But with Fred and
Yeah.
them, yeah,
I would still move it.
it needs to go under here,
I'll
just
put it
like
right
that.
here. I'll put it,
Right.
you know, in that flat part, not on the
Yes,
lip, but on the, I'll cut 2 pieces and we'll just put it there.
that'd be fine.
So I just wanted you to know, because I'm not, it's
Not a problem.
not hanging there. And, you know, honestly, it's better that something happens, they get me first, because I'm standing up here and I got a thing around my neck.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
can
fine.
easily run
Yeah.
over here and,
Well, actually, you can duck and hit it.
I could, I mean,
Yeah, that's actually probably the better thing
well,
is
that's
to
what I'm
duck.
saying, me wearing it, I mean, I could wear it if I really had to, but I don't see a point of that.
The Beamer Buddy inside, actually, so I have to figure out where to put it, because I don't want the people to have Siobhan's office. So
Yeah.
it might get, but the Beamer Buddy should have that.
We can worry about that. I think as long as one's in here, 2 are in here, I think we're,
Yeah.
I mean, the guard should have one. in
Well,
here. Is that
The
the plan?
the guard will have, yeah.
When are y'all leaving? Tomorrow.
What time?
Probably early.
Safe travels.
Yes, and have fun with. Where are you headed again? I don't know.
I'm going to that. Oh, I didn't shut the other one. Okay, so two. You shut the. Fair enough. I didn't get there yet. You left them on.